Okay. Now we're live.
Oh my gosh, all that time I forgot to hit the button. Oh my goodness.
Oh no,
Oh,
Ringo, you forgot to hit the button.
oh man, oh man. That's oh man. Whack, whack. So everything we've showed up till now, nobody's seen.
I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's just now coming up on YouTube. So,
Oh no, man.
well, I guess they can go back and read the earlier comments from the Peanut Gallery, and
Yeah,
hopefully
the
they.
only thing I wanted to share and make sure we got was the nut of the day.
I guess they'll
So
let us know if they got to see any of it.
oh my gosh, man. I can't believe I didn't do that. Only been on it 20 minutes we've been talking and nobody's seen anything. Oh my gosh. Well, sorry everybody. That's my harebrained scheme for the day. Man, oh man. So,
It's all
uh
good.
just quickly we'll go through. Oh geez, that means we missed the song and everything. Oh man. We did the song and everything. Oh man. We got Easy Comic Readers here. The Geeky Puppet Show is here. Maranya's here. Um, who else is in here? Rob Brown is here. Gratu is here. Comic Book Frog is here. Princess Potter Collector is here with us. Comic Book Curators number 68. 68 is with us. And I'm going to play that one more time.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, I can't believe it did this. There we go. Congratulations to Comic Book Curator 68, Jeff. You are our nut of the day.
Yeah,
I
congratulations, Jeff.
apologize, man.
And it was funny because I didn't know that Rod had picked you as another day. And when your chat came up, when I thought we were live, I was like, "Yeah, Jeff's got a great channel. He's showing some great books. Go, please check his channel out." And then, of course, Rod had it already, unbeknownst to me. So, well, maybe we can use ECR's song for next week's show if he doesn't mind.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. It's that right here. Watch the whole thing go through, never hit the button. Oh my goodness. I apologize to everybody. Yeah, we thought we were on. We've been talking for the last half hour almost, like the regular show, reading the chat and everything. So now we're behind on a day where I need to get out at noontime. So
hopefully everybody will forgive us for that.
Yes, please. I'm going to have to jump down here in the chat in the peanut gallery so we can try to get back on track here. I read some of the people that were here. Ranger Sly is here with our neighbor to the north. I think that was just about where we left off. It said, good morning to the nuts and peanuts and cashews, he says.
Yeah, good morning, kind sir.
Yes, thank you for hanging out with us.
And Michael saying hello to Eric.
And Dr. Von Chiller is in the house. Thank you very much, John, for joining us.
Yes, sir. Hello, John.
Cool beans. And Miranya's here saying, Heidi ho there, Ranger.
And Eric Breen say hey to Michael.
And Michael Taylor says, hello, CBF.
And Moran says, howdy, John. How are you doing? And most important, what is the Pauline report for today?
That's it. We want to know. Fireball Comics is with us again today. Thank you very much, Fireball, for hanging out with us. He says, greetings, everyone.
Yeah.
Happy Saturday.
And Michael say hello to PPC.
Miranda says, happy Saturday to you, Fireball.
And Michael saying hello, Triple C.
And Miranda says, Eric, check your ankle monitor. I haven't seen Jackson in here yet today. Uh-oh.
And Eric says a win for now. No mercy.
Ranger Sly, he's smiling about it.
And Michael Taylor says hello, Ranger Sly.
And Rob Brown says, thank you for the info on Metamorpho, Lady M. Very
awesome.
Cool.
And Michael Taylor said hello to Dr. Vonchilla.
Ranger Sly says, howdy, Miranda. Howdy, Michael.
And Jeff is saying, no, Jackson, what shall we do?
Michael Taylor says, hello, Fireball.
And Dr. Vonchilla saying, howdy, Michael.
Miranda says, you're welcome, Rob. Glad to help a fan of old Rex.
And Tempest from Mars is here. Welcome, sir. He says, afternoon all.
Great to have you with us once again, Tempest. Thank you.
Yes. Maranya says, good afternoon to you as well, TFM. Still morning here on this side of the pond.
Michael says, hello to TFM.
Eric Green says, Rod is sitting in front of his TV waiting for the banana splits to start. And here it comes.
Yeah. And I deserve it. I got to take it, man. That's the milk bonehead play of the week. Unbelievable, man. Maranya says, Fleagle, Beagle, Bingo, Drooper, and Snork.
Those are the ones. And Cowboy Frog says he's probably just waiting or using the bathroom. No, he cannot leave for the next few hours.
Oh, no. Jackson Roykirk is here. There you go.
Welcome, Jackson.
Thank you for hanging out with us, Jackson. He says, oh, I'm here.
And Comic Book Frog says, hey, buddy.
Michael Taylor says, hello, Jackson.
And Hippie's Collectibles is in the house.
All right.
Excelsior True Believers, let the festivities begin. Welcome, Tom.
Yes, thanks for hanging out with us again, Tom. Appreciate it, sir. Maranya says, there you are, Jackson. I was worried a bit because sometimes you have internet issues. And
Michael Taylor saying hello to Hippie.
Jackson Roykirk says, frog legs for breakfast.
And Comic Book Frog is saying, good morning, Jackson Roykirk.
Dr. Von Chilla says, howdy, Tom, old buddy.
And Hippie says, morning, Michael.
Maranya says, Excelsior to you as well, Hippie.
And CBF says, buy me some dinner first, Jackson Roykirk.
Hippie says, hiya, John. Meow, baby.
And Jackson said, uh-oh, Maranya has the power.
That's it. Finally, I wanted to thank you to the real Dr. Venkman and Geeky Puppet Show for giving me the ability to do that. Thank you guys very much for helping me get that blue wrench to Maranya.
And Hippie's Collectibles says, hi, Lady M.
Rob Brown, he's laughing at the comic book frog.
And Jeff saying, be careful, Jackson. Lady M is dangerous.
Hippie's Collectible says, I meant hiya, Lady M. Excuse me.
And Ranger Sly says, howdy, Jackson Roykirk.
And Maranya says, me, I'm as innocent as a lamb.
And Hippie's Collectible says, my Y dropped out.
Dr. Von Schiller says, on the cover of Lady M number 56, what is the power? Whoops. There we go.
And Ron says, oh, dear, Hippie. Hope that gets fixed soon.
Jackson Roykirk says, Ranger.
And Hippie is laughing out loud at that.
Michael Taylor says, hello, CBC.
And Rob saying, hope everything is okay with Rod and Shannon. Yeah, as you can see now, we are okay.
It's just one of us didn't have his head on today and know to hit the button to go live. Unbelievable. Eric Breen says, hi, Jackson, old buddy, old pal.
And Cheap Comic Collectors in the house, Triple C.
Great to have you with us, Triple C.
Yes, sir. Happy Saturday. He says, good morning, everyone. Just curious, what's your favorite Saturday morning show when you were a kid? Mine's probably the Bugs Bunny show, but it's hard to choose. It is hard to choose a favorite on that. That's just like, trying to pick a favorite series or a favorite character, which, at this point, I think we can. But, yeah, I know what he means about the cartoons.
I don't know. Who mine might be. Just saying.
Dr. Silver Age Ghost.
And Maranya says, John taps foot. Where's the Pauline report? Uh-oh.
And it says, Overture, hit the lights. This is it. We'll hit the heights. And oh, what heights will hit. On with the show. This is it.
Lee Jackson Roykirk says, hi, Eric, old pal, buddy.
And Jackson Roykirk says, and I do mean,
ouch. Rob Brown says, CCC, I have many favorites. It's so hard to choose one.
And Mariah says, good morning, Triple C. Probably Super Friends for me, and Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. More great choices.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Man, I miss those days when Saturday mornings were sacred ground, man. I really do.
There's way too many. I mean, like I say, the Looney Tunes, Super Friends, Pink Panther, and Fat Albert was a favorite of mine. And, of course, the Shazam, Isis Hour, and wasn't really a cartoon, but, it was Saturday morning entertainment. Anyway.
That counts. And Eric Breen says, no idea what you mean, Jackson.
And CBS says it was I who helped Maranya get a Blu-ray. She became a Democrat now. Be nice to her. She will make you disappear like the Clintons. No.
Oh, man.
That's serious.
Rob Brown, he's laughing out loud at what the frog had to say.
And Maranya says, Froggy, you know better than that. I only makes the true baddies go poof. These hooligans are usually well behaved, so I'll let them be.
Ranger Sly says, the Bugs Bunny show was hard to beat, CCC, but I love the original Johnny Quest, Herculoid, Space Ghost.
Johnny Quest, man. I loved it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, loved all those Hanna-Barbera. Oh.
And Moran says, Johnny Quest for me was more of a Sunday show, as I recall.
Well, yeah, because sometimes they would play him on the Sundays in local markets. Michael Taylor says, Triple C, I don't think I have a favorite. I like so many.
Well, to go back to Ron's point, saying it was a Sunday show, where I was at, we didn't have any cartoons on Sunday. The only show I remember being on Sunday morning was called Arc 2. You remember that?
I remember
the post-apocalyptic kids sci-fi show where the guy and the three kids are traveling around trying to help the animals and all that. Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah. All righty.
And Jackson says the Bugs Bunny show for me too. Yep. We had on Sunday, there were some stations that showed cartoons, but the big show on Sunday mornings was called Boomtown. It was a Western kids live TV show filmed out of Boston with Rex Trailer and his sidekick, Sergeant Billy. And you can find footage of them on YouTube and stuff like that. But it was a real big deal back then, you know.
So, but they would show Hercules cartoons. They'd show the old Stingray, Super Marionation, those type of things. Cool stuff. Tempest from Mars says, CCC, it was a live show called Tis Was. Absolute chaos at times. I've never heard of that.
Never did either.
No, so I'd be curious. What was it? A live kid show or a cartoon show? It was. All he says it was a live show. So
I guess that was the thing. Depending on where you live, and of course, we only had 3 networks. So I guess a lot of that might have been like the programming manager's choice, or just local to that area or something.
Yeah, and he's from across the pond ways, so I'm sure they had very different shows, or very similar shows, rather.
And Rob says, every cartoon mentioned so far is just pure gold. Oh, yeah, we agree.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to show some cartoon stuff, related stuff. As a matter of fact, they pulled this morning. Comic book curator 68. Jeff says hello to Michael.
And Maranya saying, I like the Bugs Bunny show when the cartoons weren't edited to remove all of the explosions and so on. Yeah, it was too violent for us.
Everything, I guess, for a while there, they thought everything was too violent. Three Stooges, everything. Jackson Roykirk says, as I got older, Land of the Lost was the show.
Another great show, yeah.
In the Land of the Lost with the Schleestack.
With the Schleestack. That's a great name. Michael Taylor says, I like a lot of the ones that have been mentioned there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, yes. Maranya says, my daily morning show was the Grant Ray Studios version of Spider-Man. Of course, the classic. Classic. Spider-Man. Comic book curator 68 says, Thundar the Barbarian, Battle of the Planets, and the Mighty Orbots. Fantastic cartoon.
Awesome.
I remember the Orbots. I used to like the Orbots.
Yeah, I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I probably was exposed to a lot of the stuff that I thought I hadn't heard of, and I just forgotten it just because I watched the other stuff so much.
I figured you to be a Thundar the Barbarian fan.
Oh yeah, I mean that our good friend Mr. Kirby had a lot to do with that show.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't a post-apocalyptic thing too, so it was kind of like Commandy.
Oh yeah. You know me well, don't you? And Rob Brown says Land of the Lost was just great.
Yes, it was. Had a great theme song, too. Rob Brown says, let's not forget Bigfoot and Wild Boy, ISIS, and so many others. Oh, yeah, Bigfoot and Wild Boy was part of that show that they had, Electro Woman and Dinah Girl.
Oh, yeah, that was a good show.
A couple other.
Miss Deidre Hall. Loved her.
Yes. Princess Potter Collector says, yeah, I do like the Bugs Bunny show, and they did make a new one and took away everything that was considered dangerous. Sad, but true.
Yeah. And Jeff says, love all the Croft stuff. Oh, yeah. J.R. Puffin stuff. Yeah. All that.
Rania says, Land of the Lost was a step down for Wesley Ure, as he only wanted to be billed as Wesley.
And Eric Breen, has anyone checked on Rod or Shannon?
Oh, no. And here we go. We've got this week's. There you go, buddy.
And the Pauline report is this. She's being a bad girl this morning. She's getting bigger now and has discovered the power to destroy. There's the power right there. Yeah. One less roll of paper towels and one less plate in the house today.
Thank you so much for the Pauline report, John. Appreciate it every week. Always great to have you with us. Hippie's Collectible says, we had an Acme grocery store when I was a kid. Could never find those rockets anywhere.
Yeah, I think they got rich off Wiley. And Ronnie says, oh dear, Pauline is feeling winter cabin fever, I bet.
Oh, there you go. Mike Taylor says one of the Saturday morning shows I liked was the live action Shazam. There you go.
Yeah, I
Holy
actually got
mackerel.
to meet Jackson Bostwick several years ago at a con up here. So that was he was a pretty cool guy. So yeah, I like that show a lot.
Okay. Let's see. And Jeff says, I think they forgot to have a show. Yeah. Oh man, I'm telling you. All right. It's already 20 minutes of. Let's see. Comic Book Frog says, Eric, text Rod. Oh, I don't even have. Oh, yeah, I do have my phone down here with me. But all right, I think we're gonna stop here. So we gotta break in and show some comics. So we might have to do the unforgivable and that skip some comments to get us back on track. I hope you guys will understand. I apologize, man. It's just
It's all
not
good.
with it this morning. So, what do you say, buddy? You ready to show some comics?
Yeah, I'll show some comics.
All right. Let's see. You're just going to mark it here. And then we're going to put it all on you.
Okay. I've been going through some more what I call excuse me, post Bronze Age stacks and boxes, and found a few goodies in there, and got some older comics as well. So we'll just kind of take a look through those. Found this in a pile, Mighty Crusaders. I got this at Ollie's. This was from the 2018 series, and I know cool. Rod's a big fan of the MLJ characters, as am I.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not sure what the original price on it was, but I got this at Ollie's for $3, $2.99. This was from the Dark Circle series, so that's pretty good. I really like the art in this. So if you have an Ollie's, go now. And another favorite character of Rod and mine, and I know a lot of people, the Phantom Annual #1 from Dynamite Comics.
Oh, yeah, that was a good series.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
And for all you Archie fans, something a little bit different from Archie, but I know probably a lot of people read it. Archie's take on The Walking Dead, Afterlife with Archie. This is actually a really good series, guys. I was surprised, you know. And here's another variant cover. Actually, it was Jughead's dog, Hot Dog, that started the whole Archie universe zombie apocalypse.
Hot Dog with the devil.
Yeah. And this is the Lone Star My Comic Shop variant.
Oh, yeah.
Jughead on there. And here's poor Betty about to get the business for everybody else. And this is the Nighty variant. So, pretty cool stuff. Found something from the late 80s, a book I really enjoyed. This is After Crisis. And this is by John Byrne, Kurt Swan, Jerry Ordway, and Bill Ray. Superman, the Earth Stealers. Prestige book. You read this one, Rod?
I have it. I can't remember the story, so
pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody knows this one.
I got a lot of books like that that I don't remember.
Green Arrow, the Longbow.
Yes,
Hunters,
that one I do remember.
The great Mike Grell.
Yes, sir.
I mean, this is, to me, this is, I love Grell's stuff. This is like when he was at his peak. When he was doing this stuff, of course, along with Warlord. Just great art and story. When I heard this was coming out, I was
reminiscent of John Sable when he did John Sable.
Sable, yeah. Star Slayer, all that good stuff. Here's book 2. There's probably not many out there that haven't read this, but I probably read it probably 10 times myself over the years. And here we have a book of reprints. Archie Goodwin and Walter Simonson's The Manhunter. Who can forget this?
Yes. I love that. That's my version of Manhunter right there.
Yeah, of course, this ran in Detective Comics, I think from like 437 to 443 or something like that. But yeah, this I never had seen art. This first time I saw Simonson's work, and I was just blown away. It just
yeah,
just
very cool stuff.
Great story. And we got a little Adam Strange action. This is from the series from a few years ago, Strange Adventures.
Oh, I don't even remember seeing that.
Yeah, it was a 12. It's one of the DC's Black Label books. It was like 12 issues, I think. Wasn't one of my favorite Adam Strange stories. It just kind of left stuff up in the air. And I think Hickey on his channel, he talked about this too. He wasn't a fan either, but I collected it just because it was Adam Strange, you know.
Right.
So, you know, you can check it out yourself, or, you know, I just wasn't a fan of that book. And here we have an Aquaman 44, and I pulled this one out because I like the cover and the characters. You got Jay Garrick and Alan Scott when he was in his Sentinel persona. That's great art. Peter David did a great job on the scripts on this, and Jim Calafiore. And actually, and people have seen this before, but our good friend Steve, Charlton 66, he actually gifted me an original.
Oh, wow.
Jim Califiore's Aquaman. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So thank you again, Steve. I think this is one he probably commissioned, and later on he gave it to me. He said he had some others, but I think they were like all personalized to him. So he was kind enough to send me this great piece of art of Aquaman. And what else we got? We got an issue of Blackest Night. I love this series.
Oh, yes.
And we have a Secret Origins annual, number 3 from 1989, the Teen Titans. And look at that great Perez cover. Can't beat that. And we're going to go back to the Bronze Age. Uh-oh. There's lots of great stuff going on here with the Trigger Twins. Number 1.
The Trigger Twins.
You probably don't have that one, do you? And we got a couple issues of Johnny Thunder. Number 1.
Yeah.
Last roundup. Alex Toth art in this one.
Nice.
So awesome. Here's number 2. Wasn't there 3 issues to this? Because I think I'm missing.
So, yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. I'm missing number 3. And we got some All-Star Western, number 5. Love this cover. Mr. Neil Adams.
Man, it is so funny. We did not discuss what we were going to pull.
I knew you were going to say this as soon as you started laughing.
and it's just weird.
Again, huh?
It's just weird what we gravitate to.
And we have All-Star Western number 4. More Neil Adams.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And we got All-Star Western number 1. I was lucky enough to find this at a show a few years ago at a great price.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Howell
Smith.
There we go. All right. That's all I got for this round.
Oh, that's awesome. Like I said, it's just so funny. We had not discussed what we pulled until just prior to the show. And I pulled out some of those very same series.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Oh, my gosh. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to jump down through all the stuff that we missed. I hate doing it because I always love reading every comment, but I hope you guys will understand. In order to save time and be able to show the books, we're going to jump all the way down. I'm going to try to pick up where, there we go. Jackson's line is right there. So I apologize to everybody who has written a comment. We appreciate every one of them. Unfortunately, because of my stupid mistake this morning, I've got to jump ahead. So I hope you guys understand.
I'm sure they will.
All right, buddy. Here we go.
Okay, Ronnie says, easy comic reader. Okay, is she singing it again?
Oh, I think she posted it again. Just in case.
You want to sing it again?
You think we got time?
You want me to do it real quick?
Go ahead. You do it.
Okay. When I had you in my stack, I didn't want you around. Those are pretty covers always stand out in a crowd. But someone showed you on a stream. One glance was all it took. It's much too late for me to get a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance to show you that I'll read you. Won't you please let me love on your art?
There we go.
Thank you, Maranya.
Yes, thank you so much, Maranya, for
Rod did a
reposting
great
that.
Rod did a great job on the original when we thought we were live. So sorry you missed that.
I know. I think your copy's going on the record.
Maybe the B side this time.
Thank you, Maranya. And thank you, ECR.
Right, exactly. Coming through again as usual. Michael Taylor says, Doc, Shannon, no apologies necessary. Don't let it happen a third time. Has it happened before?
No, but we had the trouble before with the dual
we had
ones
the
going.
two screens. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen this time, or the two screens.
Yeah.
And Beckerman's in the house.
Hey, Beckerman, great to have you with us.
Hey, welcome, sir. So just stopping by to say hi to the Peanut Gallery. Currently out of town for a funeral. So no Cat Murdoch report today as he's back in KC with Mrs. Beckerman. I was sorry to hear that about your loss, sir.
Yes, sorry for that.
And Michael Taylor says, hello, Doc and Shannon. Hey, hello. We've been on here for a while, huh?
I know. Oh, man.
And it was going so well. Oh, wait a minute. We're not live. And Michael Taylor saying, hello, Beckerman.
Oh.
And comic curators Jeff says, sorry to hear Beckerman's prayers for you and your family. Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
And Marina said, oh, my prayers go with you and your family, Beckerman. Hugs. We can get the report when things settle down with you. And speaking of prayers, if somebody wants to send some prayers and good thoughts the way of my family, I have a first cousin named Susie. She's doing pretty bad. She was in the hospital for pneumonia, and then they found out she's got congestive heart failure, and she's been on a vent for a few days. But I think they're trying to wean her off the medicine so they can try to wean her off the vent. So hopefully things are getting better for her. So if you guys wouldn't mind, just say a prayer for my old cousin Susie. She's almost the same age as me. I think she might be a little bit older, but she's having a rough time of it. And my aunt, she's up in her 80s, and she's having a bad time too because she's at the hospital all week long, and she's got shingles. So she's dealing with that plus what's going on with my cousin. So if you guys wouldn't mind sending out a few kind vibes and prayers, we surely would appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hopefully everything works out.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I lost my place. I lost my place.
Okay, yeah, that's one I just read. Yeah.
Okay, so.
And Jackson says prayers for Beckerman. And Eric Green, actually, we'll all be tuning in at 4:00 to watch this for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And the Geeky Puppet Show says, just a friendly reminder, tune in the Geeky Puppet Show tonight at 8 p.m. Central. We're reading issues 3 and 4 of the 2002 Jeff Johns Hawkman run. Yeah, we said that the first time, and, we didn't have an audience.
Nobody heard it. just me and you.
And Paul S. is in the house with my favorite avatar. Good morning,
sir. Hey, Paul. Great to have you with us, sir.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing today?
Very good, very good. Other than screwing up the whole show. I did.
It's all good. Rania says good morning to Paul. And Michael Taylor saying hello to Paul. And Triple P's in the house. Plants Printed Periodicals.
Hey, great to have you with us, Triple P.
Happy Saturday. So, yeah, greetings and salutations, Rod, Shannon, and the Peanut Gallery. Thank you, kind sir.
Thank you. Whoops, I sped right past her. There we go.
And Maranya says, greetings and salutations, you as well, Triple P. And Michael Taylor says, Dr. Valenchilla, you grew a lot of fur. And Sleepy Reader 666, Damien's in the house.
Hey, Damien.
Good to have you with us, sir. So good morning, comic book marathoners. Hey, he's up early for him because he's out in Portland. And Ron says, good morning to you, Sleepy Reader. And Michael saying hello to Sleepy Reader also. And Damien saying hi to Maranya. And Dr. Von Chill is laughing at Michael Taylor. And Triple P says, thank you, Maranya. I've missed a few weeks. And Hippie saying hi, you Damien. And Dr. Von Chill saying howdy, Damien. And Damien saying hi to Michael. And he's also saying Tom and John, hello to you. And Rob Brown says, LOL, they're singing the Roadrunner show. And Michael Taylor says, Doc, your Space Ghost costume is not accurate.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those knockoffs. If you look, Space Ghost's head looks kind of funky, you know. But I saw it. I said, I wanted to get it.
You got to get it, don't you?
Yeah.
And Miranda says, Rod's favorite cartoon character is Candy Corn Man. No, seriously, Space Ghost with Alex Toth character designs was pretty darn cool. You're pretty darn right about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And Rob says, speaking of Fat Albert Shannon, I've been gathering the comics. Hey, good man.
Oh, cool.
Been trying to get those myself. Triple P says, 3 C's. I used to love Super Friends, Captain Caveman, and the Herculoids.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah. Cool.
And Michael saying, hello, Triple P. And Dr. Von Chill says, the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show, or the Bugs Bunny show, and a bowl of Count Chocolate or Kaboom. Hey, what else do you need on a Saturday morning, right?
Oh, I remember Kaboom, the cereal. That was a good cereal.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And I think Maranya, she's going to pause the chat for us. So we're going to show some more books. All right. Thank you very much, Maranya. Oh, there we go. Holy mackerel. I just feel all off now today. So, oh my gosh. All right. There we go. We'll show some books here. I got
awesome.
Stack of stuff right here to show.
Awesome.
Number one, I gotta put this right out there. If you get a chance to pick this up, pick it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I've read a lot of reviews about it, and not all of them has been kind. Because I guess it goes a little bit off track of the original Crisis story. But you got to expect that.
Yeah.
But to me, and I know you're the same way. When you see those little used characters or B and C listers, as we say, in the background, it's like, okay, there's one for us. They didn't do it good, but there's one for us.
Exactly. I'm looking through, and you see in the Metal Men, Metamorpho, and Hawk and Dove, and I was like,
you watched it already?
Yes.
Have you watched it already?
All righty. So we're going to start off with some Charltons. We got Dr. Tom Brent, Young Intern.
Wow. That's a new one on me.
Yeah, there's one you don't see too often. I haven't seen too many of. So I figured I'd throw that one out there. And then we got a very cool Jim Aparo Western cover in Charlton Comics. Texas Rangers number 72. Uh-oh. Jeez, it's going to get worse. There we go. Just had the thing come up saying your battery is low, meaning my laptop is low. Anyway, there we go.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I think I do have that one. Yeah.
I mean, that's
great cover.
Jim Aparo, baby. Here we go with Frontier Marshal Wyatt Earp. This is number 31.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's good stuff.
And another Wyatt Earp. This is number 40.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how much space they take up with the...
We have to advertise.
That's it. Got to get that
now
content.
ready to advertise.
And now we're going to get in some hot rod here. Number 33 of Dragon Wheels.
Oh, yeah.
With 007, James Bond, right on top.
There you go. I don't think any of his cars really look like that, did they?
He can shoot and fight, but man, it doesn't look like driving's his strong suit.
Right.
Oh, we got another Frontier Marshal Wyatt Earp. I don't know what number this is, and it doesn't say on the cover. So just pick a number.
Yeah, we'll just call that number 32.
Okay, works for me. And another Grand Prix, let's see, number 30, Rick Roberts, The Last Race.
Oh, that's a good cover.
And we jump over and throw out the little DC Super Spectacular 100 pages. Superman.
Yeah, get that crap off of there. I don't like that. He knows I'm lying.
And this one's got Airwave and Super Chief and Adam and Hawkman.
Yeah, when's the last time you got to see Super Chief anyway?
Oh, and then here's a group that I like. Big Bang Comics. Remember them?
Oh yeah. Amy.
There we go. Big Bang Comics. Protoplasman #1.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. That was Alan Moore had a lot to do with that, didn't he?
To be honest with you, I couldn't tell you. But this one here's got a little gunk on it on the cover here, a little dirt on the side here. But I mean, I just loved what they did. They did them in all kinds of styles. They pick a style. They do it in the golden age or the bronze age or the silver age or even the image age.
Right. Yeah, I think it was Alan Moore or Rick Veitch had a lot to do with those books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then we got Neil Adams, Megalith. This is #2.
Oh, I love that art. Crazy. Most of that stuff you can find in dollar boxes if you're a Neil Adams fan.
Yep. Absolutely. And we're going to go back to DC here. We got some All-Star Comics. This is number 101. Talk about the Trigger Twins.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
That's what I was saying. It's so weird. We didn't discuss what we were going to pull, and there we are pulling the same stuff. You pulling the Trigger Twins. I'm pulling the Trigger Twins. Jeez.
Good stuff.
Yeah. And here is All-Star Western number 104.
Nice.
Oh, Gil Kane cover there.
Gil Kane. Liz.
And then that brings us right to All-Star Western. Here's number 2.
Oh, yeah.
And this one we've all seen before this morning. Unbelievable. Out of all the books we could pick, we picked the same.
Right.
And then All-Star Western number 7.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right. Now we're talking about Saturday morning cartoons. Oh, yeah. So, here we go. Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles. I love the opening for this too. That guy's voice. What was it? Ted Cassidy, I believe, did the voice for it. And here we go. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Great stuff, and it's a one shot. But cool. This was among one of my favorites right there. And of course, gotta have it.
Go. Yeah, that's still on my list, and it's not going down in price, so I'll have to try to get that one quick.
Yeah, because I've been looking to get an upgraded copy, and because this one, it's got a couple pieces out of it, and it's well loved, that's for sure. But you know what? I don't think I'm ever going to get an upgraded copy.
Hey, but you have it.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, and then we just go. I said, well, I'll pull these anyway. Super TV Heroes, the Hanna-Barbera Super TV Heroes. There we go. This is number 1 with all of my favorite cartoons from that time.
Yeah, those are on my list, and they're not getting any cheaper either.
Yeah. Birdman was always a big. It was probably Birdman first, and then Space Ghost. Really, to be honest, but I also loved Mytor.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was cool.
Here's number 2 with Shazam.
I was a little confused when that cartoon came out. I was like, wait a minute, that's not Shazam. Oh, Shazam. Okay, maybe it's pronounced different. Shazam.
And the 2 kids in the thing, whatever. So I can't think of the boy's name and Nancy there. They were from Maine.
Yeah, that's cool.
They were from Maine. It says in the opening thing, they're all in a cave off the coast of Maine. So, and we go with a great Space Ghost cover here, number 3.
Oh yeah.
I can't tell if my camera's focusing or not. So, and then we got Young Samson, Birdman, Shazam. There we go, number 4. Herculoids, Moby Dick.
Nice.
Just man, that was my time. 66, 67, 68. Saturday mornings, they were huge for me.
Yeah.
Those
Great
superhero cartoons, and it was just a perfect storm of getting into comics, superhero comics, and then superheroes on TV. I was in heaven, man.
Can't beat it.
No.
Oh wow. So have you got the whole run of that?
What's that?
You got the whole run of that?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I was lucky to get them back in the early 80s when they were in dollar bins and whatever, you know.
Good deal.
So that was the last issue there. Then recently, I just picked this up at the comic store. Space Ghost Puzzle.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Yeah. So
nice.
It says Space Ghost Coast to Coast, which I was never a fan of that series. I got to admit, I wasn't a fan. If I had my brothers, to me, it was more blasphemous than, because I wanted my Space Ghost. I want Gary Owens and I wanted him out of space. Right. But this doesn't, really show anything to do with the Space Ghost Coast to Coast show. Just looked like a cool action puzzle. So I said, hey, I'll pick that up. $10, not bad.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I never seen it before. It's put out by Cartoon Network. So, All right. I think that's it for that round.
Good stuff.
Boom. Boom, boom, boom. All righty. And then let's see, Maranya. We went under the pause chat. Here we go with Eric K. Hey, Eric. Great to have you with us this morning, sir.
Hey, good morning, Eric. Glad to see you, buddy.
He's saying good morning to everyone and a good morning to you, sir. Triple P says top of the morning to you, Michael. Maranya says good morning to Eric. And Michael says good morning and hello to Eric as well. Maranya then says Wonderama was the Sunday kids show in my area, broadcast from DC. Cool, Wonderama. I like it. I like that name. Dr. Von Chilla says Sunday was Jot and Davy and Goliath after church. Davy and Goliath, man.
Yeah, I remember that one.
What's the matter, Davy? Jackson Roykirk says Jot. Eric K says, good morning, everyone. The original Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Is my all-time favorite. I love the music for that. Whenever I hear it takes me right back to 69, baby. Johnny Quest was not originally a Saturday morning cartoon. It was on primetime. That is correct, if I'm not mistaken. No, you are not. It was a primetime cartoon, much like the Flintstones. I mean, it's still weird when you see those. You can find them on YouTube. The cartoons commercials with Fred Flintstone and Barney smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
Yeah.
And Maranya says that sounds right, given its more realistic look, Eric. Absolutely. And the Geeky Puppet Show says, I grew up with the real Ghostbusters, Batman, the animated series, great series, Tailspin, DuckTales, Rescue Rangers, and Darkwing Duck.
Good stuff.
Heavily based on Disney. Oops, and then it's gone. And then it's back. And now I'm here. Michael Taylor says, Maranya, Wonderama was great. Oh, Michael seen it. Paul S. says, one of the best Saturday morning cartoon shows besides Super Friends and Spider-Man, it was Amazing Friends. Spider-Man and Amazing Friends was Tarzan and the Super 7.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, with Manta Ray and I can't remember. It was Manta Ray and something and Manta Ray. That was the one I was fascinated with, the undersea one. That was pretty cool. Michael Taylor says, yeah, the 67 Spider-Man was one of my favorite cartoons. That and the 67 Fantastic Four. That was another great series. Jackson Roykirk says, right, Johnny Quest was primetime from 64 to 65. Cool beans. Triple P says, good morning to Eric. Michael Taylor says, it's amazing how different Bugs Bunny originally sounded, was different. I don't think he said, what's up, Doc? Or I think he was called Happy Rabbit. I never heard him called Happy Rabbit, but yeah, I know he looked different when in his first incarnations. Jackson Roykirk says, can't go wrong with a Jackson. Maranya says, y'all can go overtime today. Well, unfortunately, I got to take care of some business, and so I've got to get off pretty much as close to noon as I can. So unfortunately, and I of all days to screw up like I've screwed up, I apologize again. And she says, pause chat. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, there's quite a few. Okay, I'm going to try and go through a few more. Let's see. What time is it? 11:11. Okay. So Michael Taylor says, Doc, the starting line is Jackson's job. That's true. That is true. Sleepy Rita says, is Shannon actually Denny O'Neil?
I knew somebody would get that reference. Because, in a lot of the stuff that he did with Charlton, instead of signing it Denny O'Neil, he signed it Sergius O'Shaughnessy. So I thought that was kind of a funny, cool name. So I did Sergius O'Shaughnessy.
Mike Dill says, I wish I had an Ollie's. Me too, Michael. I wish I did. Comic book curator 68 Ollie's is good stuff. Cheap. Yeah.
Yeah. Shameless plug there.
Rob Brown, Afterlife with Archie was a fantastic series.
Yes, it was.
Michael Taylor says, very cool modern Phantom. Yes. That modern Phantom book you showed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good series. Higgy Pop is in the house.
In the house.
He says, hello to the Peanut Gallery. Great to have you with us once again, Higgy.
Hey, good morning, sir.
Hippie says, Heidi Ho, Higgy. Michael Taylor says, very cool Superman Earthstealers cover. This is how far behind I am in the chat. I skipped. I wound up jumping ahead, and we're still way, way behind. Oh, that was the best era of Green Arrow when you showed the Mike Grell.
Yeah, good
Mike
stuff.
Taylor says, how Swan came back for that book. Wow, Swan came back.
Yeah.
Easy Comic Reader says, Higgy Pop. Higgy Pop says, love that man, Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Cool stuff. Iggy Pop says, easy. Mike Taylor says, hello, Higgy. Swan is my favorite Superman artist, he says. Mike Taylor says, how's your new granddaughter doing, Higgy? He says. Higgy says, hey, Mike. Jackson Roykirk says, loving the love being shown for collected editions. There you go. Michael Taylor says, Shannon is so many cool moderns.
There's a few.
Paul S. says, hey, Shannon, I love Adam Strange. Why doesn't Marvel do a crossover with his cousin, the Doctor?
That would be a good one, wouldn't it?
Manya says, Higgy Pop, please show up tonight at 9 p.m. on the Geeky Puppet Show for the first of 2 readings, the Jeff Johns Hawkman issue 3 and 4. And there's the link right there. Cool beans. Thank you, Maranya. Sleepy says, hey, Higgy. Comic book curator says, Johnny Thunder number 1 is the only one I'm missing. Love, Alex Toth. Yes. Tempest from Mars. That Manhunter book is worth a read. Picked it up some years ago. I love that stuff.
I mean, I had the originals, but I said when I saw it, you just have to pick it up, have it all collected in one book.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Higgy Pop says, hi there, Damien. Mike Taylor says, Shannon, very nice books, especially those moderns. Geeky Puppet Show says, he's skipping the chat. Mass unsubscribe.
Oh, no.
And Jackson Rocket. Noticed Rod skipped the post where we teased them. Oh, no.
Yeah, but I can imagine. I'm not seeing them either, but I can imagine.
Yes. Let's see. All right. Well, this is the last one, and then you're going to get to show some more books. Beautiful books, Shannon, and singing voice.
Well, thank you, kind sir. I don't know about the singing voice, but I appreciate the kind words.
All righty. So now we go. Here you go. It's all you.
Okay. Got a few more to show. Some more Westerns here. I know we're big fans of this book, as are a lot of people on here. Seems like every time I see a Higgy does a video, he's always showing a Tomahawk or a Black Hawk, and I love that because I love those two series, and it's one you don't see a whole lot on videos. So here we got Tomahawk number 136. It's a grossly inappropriate cover.
The old Cubert,
yeah, and another grossly inappropriate cover, number 133.
Oh.
The art is good. And here we go, number 119. I wanted this for a long time, and I finally got it. I was like, oh, wow, I finally got this. But I love this cover. Neil Adams.
Yes.
I think there's a Jonah Hex cover looks something like this, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I probably got it in this stack. That's why it reminded me of that. And here we got another one, number 121, another Neil Adams masterpiece.
Oh, that is my favorite Tomahawk cover and one of my favorite top 10s right there.
Yeah, it is. It's magnificent. I mean, that's a heavy word, but it is. I just love that cover.
That is just tremendous.
Looks like I got this book from Metropolis Collectibles. So we got 7.0, fine, very fine. So
we're always talking about books covers that should be made into a poster. That's one right there. Yeah.
Here's another one that's close. Here's number 123, another Neil Adams.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Just look at the perspective on that, man. That is so cool.
He did a couple of great covers there.
Yeah. Just talking about the being tied up in the desert thing. This is Weird Western Tales number 14.
There you go.
Yeah. Love the colors on that, man. It's just, yeah. And that is, I do believe, another Louis Dominguez cover. And another Jonah Hex cover. This, somebody marked on this one. I don't know if they were trying to sell it at a yard sale or what, but this is Weird Western Tales number 20.
Oh, yep.
And number 24. Looks like this belonged to Larry Smith. So, Larry, thank you for putting the start on the journey to this book getting my way. And my favorite Jonah Hex cover of all time, number 20 or number 25 of Weird Western Tales.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Just kind of coming out of the quicksand and the colors, and it's just nothing not to love here.
Yeah.
And show some Phantom Stranger. You like Phantom Stranger?
A little bit. I love it.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to complete this one a few years ago. I'm just going to show a few. Here's number 1. The first, I guess the first appearance of this version was in Showcase 80, and that's somewhere in the Showcase box. And then there was like the 6-issue series in the 50s, which I would love to have just one copy of that. But it is so scarce and so expensive that, it's almost impossible to find a copy of any of those.
Yes, sir.
And here we have number 3 with the aforementioned Mr. Neil Adams.
Yeah. Wow.
And number 5. I always like this. Follow me, for I am the Phantom Stranger.
I wish they'd give him another series.
Yeah, I was like, that was kind of creepy. I was like, yeah, follow me, for I am the Phantom Stranger. Get into my creepy white van. Phantom Stranger number 8. Great Neil Adams cover.
Oh, yeah.
I've got haunted candy for you. And I really love this one. Number 10. This is sort of one of those House of Forbidden Love type covers. or for Dark Tales of Forbidden Mansion or whatever.
Yep, it could
Really
double
cool.
as one. Huh?
Yeah, I love that one. And I always thought this one was pretty cool. Number 13, Bang Bang, you're there.
Great stuff.
And kind of a knockoff of Swamp Thing before Swamp Thing. I don't know. I can't remember if this is around the same time as House of Secrets 92 or not. I'm sure somebody will tell us, but this is number 14.
Yeah.
And a 25-cent giant, number 19.
Oh, it's just a really good series.
All the way around. I mean, the art, the covers, the stories. I think this is the first 20-cent cover, number 21, with Jim Aparo.
Hmm.
And this is really cool. Number 26, Phantom Stranger meets the Spawn of Frankenstein with a Mike Kaluta cover there.
Yes.
Who wouldn't love this, right?
Yeah, because Spawn of Frankenstein was the backup feature in there, right?
Yeah. For a while.
Yeah.
And here's one of those great covers from the house ads that I always loved. And finally got a copy. Another Louis Dominguez cover, number 31.
Hmm.
And very
Black
cool.
Orchid.
Black Orchid backup, right? We were just talking about her a few weeks ago when I got the Funko Pop. Yeah. Love this cover. This is just a solid read all the way around. And number 32 with more Phantom Stranger and Black Orchid. Another one of my favorites when they crossed over with Dead Man, number 33.
Yep.
Jim Aparo cover and Mike Grell on the interiors. So very cool.
Yes, sir.
And my favorite issue of all time, the Phantom Stranger. There's no telling how many copies I got of this. There's a stack in that box, I think. First one I ever had. Phantom Stranger number 34.
Oh, yes.
Jim Aparo cover. And Dr. 13 is the backup. Very cool stuff.
Ghost Breaker.
The Ghost Breaker, exactly. And last but not least, the last issue of this great series, another Dead Man crossover, number 41. So there we have it.
Oh, awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Great stuff. All right, let's see here. I think there we go.
And yeah, we read this one. I won't say anything about my singing voice, but thank you very much, Jeff. And Jackson Orkirk, next time they'll be on, but there'll be no chat.
Oh, no. I deserve it. I got to take it. So,
hey, we're in this together. I'll take equal blame just for not noticing the schedule thing. It was I'm doing this from my phone because for some reason when I do it on a laptop, it freezes up, and it's even plugging straight into the Ethernet. It just doesn't do something right on the laptop. So I'm doing this on my phone, and I'm blind, so it's kind of hard to see. But I noticed that. I was like, about the time Rob came up, Rob Brown said, "Hey, Shannon," said, "You guys all right?" And he just messaged me on Facebook, and I was like, "Oh." And then I just happened to notice the little thing that says scheduled. I think we're on live. So that's part. I'm going to take part of the blame on that.
Oh, that's kind, but we all know where it resides.
Michael Taylor says, "Very nice, ECR and Maranya." And ECR says, "Grammy-worthy performance, standing ovation." Sleepy Reader's giving prayers. My cousin, obviously. ECR, thank you very much. Yeah. And thank you, Jackson. We appreciate that. And same for Jeff. Appreciate that, my friend. And Rob Brown says, "Prayers sent, buddy." Thank you very much, Rob. And Michael Taylor says, "Sorry to hear that, Beckerman and Shannon." Yeah. Thanks, Michael.
Yes.
And Tempest from Mars says, "Best wishes out to everyone and anyone that needs them." Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Michael says, "Shannon and Beckerman, I just prayed for your family members." I appreciate it. I'm sure Beckerman does too. Michael Taylor says, very cool young intern cover. Yeah.
Cool beans.
And Jeff says, well, I mean to be honest with you, you did do a 30-minute show before your show to the battery, so is low, I'm sure.
Yeah. Just, man.
Yeah, very cool Dragon Wheels cover. Yep. And Hippie says, loving the Charltons. Yeah, I think we got a few Charlton fans here.
Just a couple.
And Michael tells us a very cool Superman 100 pager. There is something about those 100 pagers. I do agree.
Yeah.
And Jeff says, I'm a Charlton collector, but never seen that Young Interns book, the new Rabbit Hole. Yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. I'd never seen or even heard of that, but there's so many books still of Charlton that I've not even heard of the title.
Yeah, I think it was you and I that was talking about it not too long ago, that they got so many titles, just like the romance titles and stuff like that, that there's still ones that I've never even heard of or seen before.
Oh, yeah, that was one of them. Yep. And Jackson Worker says, I'm dragging, but it's not my wheels. Jeff says, love the Big Bang series. Just didn't find them. Just don't find them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're hard to find.
And Mike Toast says, very cool Megalith cover. And Dr. Von Choa, Gil Kane lives. And Rob Brown says, sweet Western comics.
Yes, sir.
And Jeff says, Megalith is one of my guilty pleasures. Hey, you don't feel guilty about that.
That's it. Great stuff.
And Tempest says they've just done a Kickstarter for an anniversary issue of Big Bang Comics. Mine will be on the way at some point. Oh, awesome.
Oh, wow. Cool beans. Excellent.
And Jeff also says, love cartoon comics. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And Michael says, Doc, you didn't play your Kane alarm that you played last Saturday.
Well, if we have time today, maybe I'll play it. We get another Kane, Gil Kane cover somewhere. I usually have one here that we can use to trip the alarm, maybe.
And Jeff says, thanks for the information, Tempest. And Rob says, oh my God, that Space Ghost comic, never going to be able to afford it. Yeah, it's what we're just talking about, man. A lot of those are just outrageous.
Just crazy. And you wonder why it takes off. It's not like Space Ghost is, in a movie, or he's, got a cartoon on TV now or anything, It's just, wow. It's got to be nostalgic loving.
Yeah.
And
Jeff says, Chuck and Nancy.
Chuck and Nancy from Shazam, from Coast of Maine.
And Rob Brown says, I've got that issue 2 of TV superheroes.
Cool beans. They're fun reads. They are. It's just like watching a cartoon in a book form. It's awesome.
And Comic Book Curator says, Rob, I've got 3 through 6 and need 1 and 2.
Cool Very beans. Cool. Hopefully you'll get them.
And Ron says, Shazam had the teen boy and girl riding a flying camel. The camel was like Tusky the Walrus for the Aquaman animated series, in that the camel always seemed to get into trouble.
Yeah, it's Kabubi.
Yeah, those darn sidekicks. Mark tells Shannon's me too. I used to think it was Shazam and said that doesn't look like Shazam. There we go.
Yes, very easy.
And Rob says, Rod, I picked up the whole run of Future Quest series by DC with all of these characters. Yeah, I just saw Jeff, Comic Book Curator, showing those the other day, and I don't even think I have any of those. I need to pick those up.
Yeah. They were good. They tweaked it a little bit. They changed some of the characters. But overall, it still had that feel of Saturday morning to me anyway, so I enjoyed the series.
And Temple says, I've got 1. I might have 2 as well. Nice books to have.
A lot of fun to read.
I can only imagine. So, and Rob Brown says, those characters. Michael Taylor said, until I realized it was Shazam. Yeah, I think the first time I hadn't even seen the cartoon yet, and I had like a coverless gold key. And it might be I might have some of those, but it might be coverless. When I saw that, I said, that's not Shazam. Oh, wait a second. Yeah. And Michael Taylor said, Doc, very nice books. Agreed.
Well, thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that as always.
And Jeff says, fantastic stuff, Doctor. Silver Age.
Yeah, I'd say I got to change my name to Dr. Late.
And Rob Brown says, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Was inspired by the movie Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. A little bit of trivia. Did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And I love Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
You think Rob might be like a pop culture fan with all that info?
I'm getting that feeling, you know.
And Michael says, the Flintstones first episode had a different theme. You are exactly right.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. And Graphic Man is in the house.
Hey,
welcome,
Micah.
Did the Geeky Puppet Show just make a comment about growing up? And Ron says, yes, they did, Micah. Good morning to you. And Kamakura's come back in. Manta and Moray. Yeah.
That's the one. Manta and Moray. You're absolutely right, Jeff. Way to go.
Any missing information that we might have, and we have a lot, we're always confident that people will chime in and give us fill those missing holes.
Every time.
Yeah. Michael saying hello to Graphic Man. And Geeky Puppet Show says, in honor of Dr. Silver Age not being around for the first 20 minutes of the show, the chat will do the same thing next Saturday.
Can you imagine that? We open up the doors to the peanut gallery and there's nobody there. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Michael says, Doc also liked the 67 FF. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good cartoon.
That's where I saw the Galactus and the Silver Surfer. Oh, I love that cartoon, man. That particular episode.
And Jeff says he's got an appointment to fix his clock.
Yes. And my brain.
And Joshua's in the house. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Joshua. Great to have you with us, sir.
And he's saying, hey, guys. Hello to you as well. And Ron just saying, hey there, Joshua. Michael saying hello to Joshua. And Joshua saying hi. And Michael says, never thought I'd see the day that you miss comments.
I know, man. I feel awful too, man, about doing that. Maybe I'll just do a live show later and just read all the comments that I missed.
And Comic Curator says, beautiful tomahawk. Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
And Damien says, did Tomahawk have Frank Thorne interior art? Yeah, a lot of those were Frank Thorne's. Yeah. And Michael says, Shannon, fantastic tomahawks. Yeah, I know Rod's probably got all the ones I just showed too. I'm still working on getting. I want to at least get all the ones with Neil Adams and the Joe Kubert covers. Joe Kubert had the last of the run, and Neil Adams before him. And I still want to get a whole lot of the early stuff. So that is a great series.
Yeah, I started them when doing part of the Go-Go Checks quest, you know. So I picked up those issues there, and I just got into reading them, and so now I got everything to the end, from the Go-Go Checks to the end, and then I've started going back the other way now, you know, picking them up when you can, when you see them.
And Michael Taylor also says, very cool Weird Westerns, Bait of the Buzzard.
That is a great cover, though.
Yeah. And Hippie's goes, keep them Phantom Strangers coming. I know we had a few Phantom Stranger fans. And Damien says, every Phantom Stranger cover is a winner. You are right on the nose with that, sir.
That's it. I do disagree.
And Rob Brown says, good Lord, I need that Phantom Stranger run. See, he's fallen down the DC rabbit hole.
That's it.
I think he was more of a Marvel guy, which that's great. And, you know, anything anybody wants to that starts out on, that's what they're going to love mostly. But then you fall down on these other rabbit holes, because I didn't get into Marvel until a few years later, fell down a whole lot of rabbit holes on that. And then I got into, you know, I was already kind of into Charlton, but then I got into Gold Key and Dale, and I'd already had a bunch of Archie and Harvey stuff. So it all kind of molds into one big pot.
Oh, man. Gotta love this hobby.
Oh, yeah. And Comic Curator says, hi, everyone. Don't be late to put it in a thumbs up. Regardless of what has happened. Thank you very much. Michael Taylor says, kind of looked like the Hulk on that Phantom Stranger cover. Yeah, a little bit. And Cal Curator says, Rob, those Phantom Strangers are beautiful books. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
I mean, all the way through. I mean, the story, the art, the covers, just all the backups. You know, we still need to do. I don't think we've done it. Have we done it yet? We've done a show on the backup features yet?
No.
We need to plan that one pretty soon, because lots of great backup features.
Oh, absolutely.
70s. Yeah. And Michael Taylor says, fantastic fan of strangers, fantastic book, Shannon. Thank you, sir. Dr. Lanchella, lunch today is country ham with mustard, horseradish sauce, and green bean casserole. Oh, man. You're talking my language now, John. And Fireball Comics says, Dr. Silver Age, update. Dr. No Show.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah, we knew we were going to hear it, right?
I'll never be able to show my face in town again.
Yeah, well, we'll just skip a few weeks. So, well, that's what you get for being mean. And Michael Taylor says, great one, Jackson. Surprised Eric doesn't have a funny response. And Graphic Man, Gil can't alarm. Where's my lawyer? ECR says, Doc's pulling a George Jones.
Oh.
And Michael Taylor says, I was referring to Jackson's Dragon Wheels comment. And Ron says, aside from the stupid speculators out there, a lot of the more kid-themed kid audience books are pricey because a lot of them didn't survive being owned by kids. That is a good point.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely correct.
Just see my childhood copies.
Well, what did it do? It jumped up on me. Okay, here we go.
And Michael says, good one, Graphic Man. Don't encourage him. And Jeff says, I agree, Rob. They did a few things I didn't like, but overall, it was a good read.
Yeah.
And Michael saying, Rob, very cool Abbott and Costello Frankenstein info. Yeah.
I did not know that.
And he also says, audio tape 67 FF before VHS. I did a few TV shows like that when I was a kid. Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah.
And Dr. Von Chill says, Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein with Jerry Garcia's favorite movie. A little bit of music trivia. Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Michael Tosh says, good one, Fireball. And Jackson says, audio tape Land of the Lost, Filmation's Tarzan, and a few other things before we had VHS.
Yeah.
I still have a cassette. Does anybody, I got to ask this question, does anybody remember a show called The Kids from Caper? It was almost like a takeoff. It was like 10 years after the Monkees came on. You remember the Monkees TV show? But it was like 10 years after that. Came out in 76, and it was kind of a takeoff on the Monkees. So the Kids from Caper had like the handsome guy, and you had the little geeky guy, and you had, they were all kind of goofy characters. They always had like the musical segments. And the Kids from Caper stood for the Civilian Authority for the Protection of Everybody, regardless. So for a little bit of trivia there, you can look it up on YouTube. I don't even know if there's any full episode that was never on DVD or VHS. So a little bit of Saturday morning trivia there for you guys that remember that. And Michael Taylor says, meant one.
Meant one, okay.
And Ron says, I'm mad at Micah. It's been slacking on using the cane alarm the past couple of weeks with a lot of triggers, too.
Uh-oh.
And if it's collectible, says, yabba dabba doo.
And that catches us up with this round of the Peanut Gallery. So, all righty. I can't remember. Is it your turn or my turn to show books?
Your turn.
My turn? Okie dokie. All right. I got another stack behind me here, ready to go. Let's see. We'll take... And you're never going to guess what's in this stack. Oh, man. I'm telling you, we got to be on some psychic level here.
We did not just, I think the only thing I showed Rod before we thought we were on was the Crusaders book that I showed.
Yeah. But this stack of books and the other half of it, they're on the table. I pulled these originally like Monday afternoon. So there was no way for us to know. But I'm going to start out with some go-go checks from the Brave and Bold series. We got number 69 with Batman and Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah. I don't have that one.
And then one of my favorite Brave and Bold covers.
Oh, yeah. I think I just got that one like a year or so ago. That was a great cover.
Oh, this is just cool. Number 70, all the way from 1966. I just love that. I remember seeing this at the Rexall saying, why are they fighting? What is going on? Why are they fighting?
Yeah, I think in the numbering in the 70s, wasn't that where Batman started being like the main character?
Yes.
It was all Batman team ups after a while.
Yeah, they did. They broke it up a little bit. They did a couple of Batmans in a row, and then you'll see they broke it up a couple more, and then went back to Batman, and then it stayed Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here is number 71 with Batman and Green Arrow.
Nice.
Wrath of the Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds are go. And this is my favorite Brave and the Bold cover. I mean, it's got everything for me. It's got go-go checks. It's got Spectre. It's got my man Flash.
I knew you were going to show that.
I just
was
loved
lucky enough to get that one a few years ago. That's a great book.
Loved it so much.
you did love it so much.
I did. And then we got number 73 with Aquaman and Adam. Gog, the Destroyer.
Yeah.
And then we'll jump over to the Marvel House of Ideas. We got Fantasy Masterpieces, 25-cent square bound.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Number 11. Here we go. I like that white cover with the torches.
I love those. When they started doing those square bound reprint books with that and Marvel superheroes and all that, Marvel's Greatest Comics, I need to complete all those. I've got probably like 2/3 of every run, but don't have them, not completed one of them yet.
And I believe in between this one and this one, they put out this, which is another square bound Marvel.
Was that the one shot before they started the?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, this is the one shot. So
I love that one.
Great stuff. And then with Marvel superheroes picking up the numbering off of Fantasy Masterpieces, they started with number 12. And that means it's the origin of Captain Marvel. Marvel.
First Marvel. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
So
that's the is that the first Carol Danvers or is that the next issue?
That's a good question. I do not know. I want to say the next one is.
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't. It was years before she did her Miss Marvel incarnation or Captain Marvel. But yeah, I think that was the first issue or first appearance was in number 13.
Yeah, there we go. And here is number 13 right there.
There we go.
Live and in living color, baby. So then we got number 18. We got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
The ones I remember.
Yeah. I think out of that bunch, the only one that was like a main character or sort of a main character was Yondu, right?
Right. Yeah.
In the movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they made him a semi-bad guy and then turned out to be a good guy at the end.
Yeah.
And then we got number 15 here with Medusa of the Inhumans.
Oh, yeah. Some great Gene Colan art there on the cover.
And then everybody's favorite, number 16, Phantom Eagle.
There we go. That was a Herb Trimpe job, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. He was a big airplane enthusiast. I think he had his own Cessna at one time.
I don't know if this was in answer to Enemy Ace or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I like that character, but there's no answer to Enemy Ace. Sorry.
Got that right.
Yeah.
Got that right. Here's number 17, the Black Knight. I love this cover.
Yeah, it's a cool character.
I just love everything about it. Square bound, 25 cents. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
And we got number 19 with Kazar.
Commandy's distant cousin.
Yeah, done by Smith and Trimpe. All right. Well, you showed some Tomahawk, so I might as well join in with the parade here. So we got some go-go checks. Number 109 of Tomahawk.
Oh yeah.
The pterodactyl cover.
DC had something about dinosaurs and gorillas and apes on the cover.
Yeah, they must have sold or something, right?
Yeah.
Here's number 111 with Tomahawk and his Rip Roaring Rangers.
There we go.
And number 110, I got these out of order. So 110.
Out of order.
You're out of order. Oh, you're out of order. And number 106, I'm going backwards. No, I'm going backwards and forwards. So
it's quite all right. It's great stuff.
Here's 107. Talk about gorillas. There you go.
That would be another rabbit hole to fall down to try to get all the dinosaur and gorilla covers.
Oh my gosh.
Silver and Bronze Age.
Oh, that would take forever. Oh my gosh. And I'll round it out with number 112.
Oh yeah.
He's laying the smackdown on that guy. Holy mackerel. There we go. We'll get us back up here together. All right. And I think we might have enough time. You got enough for another round? You want to go?
No, that was all I had.
Okay.
You got some more, you go ahead and show them.
Let's find a home for them here. There we go. And now I got to remember where I left off.
Which way
it jumped around here. Let's go. Yabba dabba doo, right? That was where we left off. Okay. Mike Taylor says, Shannon, don't think I heard that one.
I'm not sure which one he was talking about. That was forever ago.
Jackson Roykirk says, that's because Micah now likes Gil Kane. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We spreading rumors, Jackson? Are we spreading rumors? Comic Book Curator 68 says, yes, I remember the show, but did not watch it. They are on Saturday morning special with Freddie Prinze, the kids from Caper.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, Michael. Like I say, it was forever ago. It was like 10 minutes, so I forgot what I was talking about.
He's talking about the Saturday morning cartoons. And one of my favorite cartoons, and it's much maligned. People don't like it. Most of the people I talk to don't like it. But it was Super President. I liked that cartoon.
I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, it was Super President and Spy Shadow. You know, it was 2 episodes of Super President sandwiching an episode of Spy Shadow, a fellow whose shadow would come alive with, super strength and karate and stuff. But yeah, you can find episodes on YouTube. I've got a couple episodes on VHS that I got out of the back of Comic Buyer's Guide in the late 80s.
So what year was that on? You remember?
68.
Okay.
I'll say 68, 67, 68. I want to say 68. But yeah, it doesn't get much airplay or anything or much talked about. And it gets maligned a lot. And people say, oh, it's stupid. It's lame. But I enjoyed it. I just thought it was cool. He could change his body into any kind of element, make himself granite or stuff like that.
Yeah. And I guess a lot of that with me has got to do, we lived in Ohio until I was like 7 or 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I knew we had cartoons, I didn't really. Bugs Bunny is like the only one I remember from that time when we moved down here to Kentucky. That's when I really got into the cartoons. So it was around 70 or 71 before I really got focused in on what cartoons were on.
But yeah, I always liked that one for some reason. And I've thought about getting a custom Mego. There's a fellow who makes custom Megos, and he made a what's Super President one, and he actually had a Super President box, like a Mego box that he made. Awesome stuff. And it's just like, talk about obscure characters, man.
Yeah.
Tempest from Mars says, some awesome Brave and the Bold. Yes, they are. Love those Silver Age Brave and the Bolds. Michael Taylor says, I like those fantasy masterpieces, especially the Golden Age torch in the tube cover. Yes. Yeah, that's a real cool series. It really is. The reprints and stuff. Rob Brown says, I much prefer the old Yondu than the movie version. Yeah, yep. Hippies Collectible says, I finally got that first appearance of Guardians. Nice. Yes, sir. Congratulations. Great pickup.
Thanks.
Michael Taylor says, the silver, bronze, and some copper Brave and the Bold were great. I always loved Brave and the Bold. I know you were the same.
Yeah, I mean, when I got into it, it was like it's early 70s, and I was like, oh, this is great. Of course, it started with the 100-pagers. So any title I started with the 100-pagers, I kept reading it, no matter what. But as far as like getting the ones I need, I always wanted like all the Batman team-ups. I think when it started, there were several before, I know, but I think it was like issue 74 on was like all Batman team-ups. So I especially wanted to get those. Well, anything I can get before that is great too. But I especially want to get those, and then especially when Jim Aparo started, which was like issue 92 or something like that. Want to get all the Aparo issues, so I'm still a few shy on those.
It's funny because in issue 150, they do there's an article in there talking about all the previous team-ups and stuff like that, and I didn't have any way of knowing that prior to reading that.
Right.
But when I saw that, it's like, oh, what? Aquaman and Hawkman, Green Arrow and Martian Manhunter, I think it was.
Right.
And stuff. I'm like, oh, man. And that set me off that rabbit hole going further backwards to buy those.
So that Green Arrow, Martian Manhunter, that was like the first team-up book, right?
I think so. That number 50, I believe.
50, you're exactly right. Yeah.
And then 51 was the Hawkman and whatnot. And then they did the first, basically the first iteration of Teen Titans. They did they had the Blazing Battle Stars there with Sergeant Rock teaming up with a couple other of the DC war heroes. They had some really cool stuff that I didn't know about. And boy,
well, especially for me, the first Justice League appearances, 28 through 30, which I'll probably never own, but I have a few reprints of those stories.
I got 30. I think it's 30. Where Amazo, the first Amazo.
Right.
I got that one, but that's probably as close to the original, Justice League that I'll ever get with Starro and all that. Forget that. That's way out of my pocketbook range. So Mike Taylor says Kazar kind of looks like Spider-Man swinging from the branch. Oh, might have used that. Might have been a swipe. Paul S. says, great Brave and the Bold book stock, 60s, 70s, early 80s was a great time in comics.
Preach.
Yeah,
Preach.
Can't disagree there at all, Paul. You got that right. Rob Brown says, the Jim Starlin Captain Marvel books are some of my faves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Right. Yeah, I was lucky enough to complete all the Captain Marvels a few years ago. Yeah.
Yep. Love them. Gray Man from across the pond. Great to have you with us, sir.
Welcome, Gray Man.
He says, I've been picking up Silver Age Blackhawks when I see them, as they are proper bankers fun. There you go. Yeah, they got some. A lot of people don't like them in the Silver Age, because they said they put them in those costumes and and stuff like that. But I still enjoyed those stories. Yeah. Mike Dale says, fantastic books, Doc. Well, thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that, sir. Graphic Man says, fake news from Jackson. Mike Dale says, great show as always. Had a blast, Doc. Shannon, Peanut Gallery, have a great weekend. You as well, Michael.
Thank you, sir.
Moranya says, one of my guilty pleasures kids shows was Lancelot Link, Secret Chimp.
I showed that book just a while back.
Yes, you did.
The last show I went to, first issue.
It's funny. I was laying in bed there, and I had my laptop up, and my wife comes into bed, and I'm over there bebopping away. And she goes, what are you listening to? I says, oh, you got to see. And he says, Lancelot Link? She goes, no, I don't know. Oh, you got to see this. So I played her the opening for Lancelot Link. She thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got teased about that in school all the time because that's my last name, So it was like, okay, guys, very funny, ha ha ha. But now it's like a cool memory, And then I found that book. I was like, okay, well, I am meant to have this copy.
It's. I mean, it was. It was one of the ones shows I remember. Lancelot Link. Well, what you gonna do? Loved it. Loved it. Michael Taylor says, Paul S. I agree. Yes, we do. Dr. Von Chilla says, you have a great weekend too, Michael. Easy Comic Reader says, after all the cartoons on Saturday mornings, the afternoon was always reserved for wrestling. Wrestling and roller derby.
There you go.
I don't know how many people out there remember roller derby, but man, that was like wrestling on roller skates. It was just awesome.
I remember we lived in Ohio when I was a kid, and one of my aunts used to come down. She was kind of a big rough woman anyway. She should have been in roller derby, but she was married to my dad's brother. But she would come down sometimes, and when roller derby was on, she'd be like screaming and hitting the couch. And me and my sister were like 3 and 6 years old, and we'd be like,
oh sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. People took it seriously, Good stuff.
Oh yeah. I was big into it as a kid because I thought it was real, sending the guy over the rail and it's like, hey, what are you doing? Big Jim Trotter for the Philadelphia T-Birds.
Oh yeah. They didn't have a comeback like in the late 80s or something like that?
Yeah, they did in the mid 80s. They did roller games. And it got really weird because they had them, part of the thing was like a little alligator pit that they had to skate over. The alligator was all of about, 2 foot long. It was like a baby alligator. But they did all kinds of weird things. And it still is a thing. In local places, they do still have like a roller league. I know about an hour from here, Manchester, New Hampshire, they had a team that was part of it in New England.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I haven't followed it in a couple of years, so maybe they've since collapsed or stopped it. But yeah, I used to. Excuse me. I used to love roller skating, not as much as wrestling. No, wrestling that was my first love, sports love, But in fact, today is one of my favorite days of the year when it comes to wrestling because it is the Royal Rumble today.
That's right. I heard about that. Yeah.
I love the Royal Rumble. I love the whole idea of it and the mystery of who's coming out next. Every 2 minutes, a new guy is coming into the ring. I love it. They're doing both a male Royal Rumble and a female Royal Rumble. So me and my daughter, we went out the last couple of days, bought tons of snacks. So we're ready to go, brother.
Yeah. Just real quick here, I've been watching the episodes I hadn't seen of Dark Side of the Ring, and I know you've watched that show.
Yeah,
I can't remember the title of the episode. But it was like where they came up with like a boxing tournament to like who would get.
Oh yeah, King of Brawl for it all.
Yeah, Brawl for it all. And I was like, man, I said that was stupid because you had guys like really fighting, and some of them were getting hurt. Some people got their backs hurt and had like serious permanent injuries, and all kinds of weird stuff happened. So that was really strange.
The whole thing backfired because it was designed to the winner was supposed to be Dr. Death Steve Williams. And it was all to boost him up and make him look great. And he was going to, and everybody thought that he could do it. But then Bart Gunn came out of nowhere and hit him. And that was it. It was just like,
yeah, and crazy.
Changed it, and that was really the downward spiral of Dr. Death Steve Williams. He really didn't do anything after that, and it's too bad. And Bart Gunn has long since been out of wrestling, although his partner at the time, Billy Gunn, is still wrestling.
Yeah,
he still wrestles on AEW. So. All right, I'm sorry. You get me talking wrestling.
Yeah, I know. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
Hippie's Collectible says obscure. Ever hear of Colonel Bleep? Yes, I've heard of Colonel Bleep. Something going off there. Mike Dilla says, thank you, Dr. Von Chilla. You too. Eric K says, Devlin, a takeoff on Evel Knievel was a Saturday morning favorite as well.
I do remember that Devlin. One. Yeah.
He says, another second short season of Scooby-Doo 1970. They would have a great musical segment as the gang was being chased around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Eric K says, on the second season, yes. Yep. Jackson Roy Kirk says, methinks thou doth protest too much, Micah. Grayman says, the new era Blackhawks are hilarious. Hey, Sean, Gene Paul, Ace Peter.
G-Pap. Welcome, sir.
Great to see you, Sean. Hope everything's going well, brother. He says, Tales of the Mysterious Traveler, underrated Silver Age and Charlton books. Absolutely.
Yeah, I've got a few of those. Those are great.
I think I've got one. I picked up, but I'd love to get more, but you don't see them. And when you do.
Yeah, well, a lot of that's Steve Ditko too. So that explains that.
Yes, sir. But great to see you, Sean.
Absolutely.
Joshua says, take care, Michael. Mike Taylor says, Eric K, speaking of Evel Knievel, I had a lot of the merchandising. Yeah. Absolutely. Hippies Collectibles, G-Pap, hey, he says. Hey, John says, howdy, Hippies Collectibles, brother. Rob Brown says, oh my, just placed in my cart the Joker and Daffy Duck DC comic from 2018.
Awesome.
Paul S., team-up books are awesome, but between Brave and the Bold and DC Comics Presents, they were, between those two, they were awesome. Yes, I agree. They were awesome, and my favorite was DC Comics Presents 14, Superboy and Superman team-up. My favorite book, he says.
That was a good one, yeah. That was like where Superboy was coming at him with a bazooka or something, right?
I'm trying to remember.
I might have guest starred in a little bit of it. I'm not sure, but yeah, I always loved the Superman Superboy crossovers.
Oh yeah. And DC Comics Presents was a great. I loved it because I liked those the World's Finest in the 200s. There, the early 200s, where they split up Superman from the Batman team up. And he teamed up with Hawkman and Martian Manhunter and Atom and Vigilante. I love those. So to have him do that again in his own series again, I really enjoyed that series.
Yeah, it was great.
Mike Taylor says, you too, Joshua. Sleepy Rita says, great show, handsome young fellas. Boy.
Oh, he is way too kind, isn't he?
He needs to get his glasses cleaned or something.
Yeah, but much appreciated.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Maranya says, my brother had the Evel Knievel action figure motorcycle and the thing used to launch the motorcycle for jumps.
Yeah, I had the stunt cycle, and the figure and all that stuff, man. I played with it till it all fell apart.
Oh, man. Don't you wish you had those toys again? Oh, and not for the money value, but for the nostalgic value. Just being able to play with them again. He says, Eric K says, California Creations has done reproductions of Evel Knievel toys, Michael.
Says. I've been eyeballing those. I've been thinking about it real hard.
Oh, there you go. Hippies Collectibles says, collect what you like and love what you collect. Peace, he says. Truer words never spoken. There you go.
There you, hippie.
Dr. Von Chilla says, gotta take the green bean casserole out of the oven. The house is smelling great. Had a great time per usual. See y'all next week. Please love yourselves, he says. Thank you, John.
I was instantly hungry when he mentioned it. And I was like, hey, John, I know where you live. So it might take me about 10 hours to get there, but I know where you live.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Michael Taylor says, yes, Maranya, I had all that evil stuff. Rob Brown says, I've done quite a bit of art for the roller derby team, the Chicago outfit. So there you
awesome.
go. Cool
yeah,
bean.
you need to post some of that.
Yeah. Maranya says, take care, Rod, Shannon, Peanut Gallery, and all the nuts of the day out there, including the newest one, Comic Book Curator 68. Thank you, Maranya. Dr. Jackson Roykirk. V. Jackson Roykirk says, take care, Dr. V. Maranya says, take care, John, and give Pauline a tiny treat of some ham for me. Jackson Roykirk says, we'll need the show to start 20 minutes early next week, fellas. Yeah. If I could just remember to hit that button. Higgy Pop says, Maranya, I sent you an email. Cool, babe. And Comic Book Curator says Saturday was cartoons, then out to play till it got dark. Tobin got dark. Then we watched Hee Haw and Benny Hill. Then I watched Doctor Who.
Oh, that's a great lineup there.
Oh, wow. Isn't that great to have those Saturday afternoons again? Creature double feature. And oh, man. Fun stuff. Comic Book Curator says, thank you, Lady M. And Michael Taylor says, you too, Maranya, CBC. I hope you have had your protective cup on. And Gene Pauly's Peter John, he says, my dad used to always talk about watching the Fabulous Kangaroo Brothers. That was just a little before my time, but I do know of them, and I have seen footage of them and stuff. But yes, the Fabulous Kangaroos. Absolutely. Tempest from Mars. Yeah, Brawl for All was supposed to be Dr. Death's showcase. Exactly. And then Butterbean put it into Bart Gunn. There you go.
Yeah.
So it was just like, oh, man, that was too bad. Bart Gunn got fed to Butterbean as punishment, I think. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much the truth.
Yeah. And Michael Taylor says, hello, GPAP. Eric K says, I missed the territorial days of pro wrestling. That's when the NWA world champion was a real world champion and not a company champion like they all are. Yes. And he would travel around to face the top guy in every territory to help them make some money, you know. So it was I
think after the territories kind of folded up and McMahon and Ted Turner and all those guys kind of swallowed all the territories up, that's kind of when I lost a little bit of interest.
Yeah, now it would have been easy for me to do the same, you know. I stuck with it, but it was, I missed the territorial days. And like he says, you know, the NWA champion was a champion. He was actually picked from the council of all the territorials, you know, people on the council and stuff like that. So it was decided on. It wasn't just handed to him. One guy, hey, you're going to make the money for us. But no, it was who can make the money for us.
Right. They wanted somebody that got over real good and, you know, had a lot of heat and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Gene Paul H. Peter says, Crypt, how are you? Yo, Michael Taylor. Fond memories of playing with the stunt cycle in front of my childhood home, says Michael. There you go. Awesome stuff. Joshua says, hey, GPAP, cool. I just saw Ace in Kentucky. It was awesome. Cool beans. Maranya says, checking the email, Higgy. Hope it gets here soon. And Michael Taylor says, I don't think Aunt B was happy about that. Oh, Eric K says, the board of directors met every year to select the NWA world champion. Yes, sir. And it meant something. It truly did mean something to be the champion. It wasn't like today where they put on the guy who's making selling the most merchandise. You know, they'll put it on him, you know, for a while. It wasn't like that at all. It was really a true champion to help the company. Tempest from Mars says, have a good one, everybody. And you as well, Tempest. Thanks for joining us again.
Absolutely.
Splash Page Comic, great to have you with us, sir.
Welcome.
He says, hello, YouTubians. Oh, and that catches us up with the Peanut Gallery, and it's about 10 past. So I think it's probably time, unfortunately, to go. You got what you got going on this weekend, Shannon?
Not a whole lot. I'm just kind of hanging out and nowhere I have to be and not much I have to do. So just going to hang out, maybe watch some basketball later, hang out in here and put some books away and pull some more books out. And, you know, it's an ongoing, you know, endless crazy loop in this room here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. A labor of love.
And hope you and your daughter enjoy the wrestling later.
Oh, we're gonna, man. I can't wait to get in there because we like to pick to see if we pick our 30 guys to see how close we are to where they are when they actually come out and stuff.
Right.
It's just fun. We make it fun. So I'm looking forward to it, man. So we got a couple last minute things. Triple C says, thanks for another great show, guys. Got to go get my show ready. Absolutely. Check it out. Cheap
Triple C. Everybody go check out his channel.
Absolutely. He had some great deals on the books last weekend. So definitely check them out. Splash Kid Comic says, goodbye, YouTubians. It was great to have you with
Better
us.
late than never, right?
There you go. Mike Taylor says, I'm so glad we had this time together. What do we got a tug on the ear, like Carol Burnett does.
Yeah.
And Jeff says, fantastic show, guys. Glad I could be here, and thanks for the honor of the nut of the day. Well, thank you for your support and for hanging out with us, man. Appreciate it.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
And check out his channel. Check out his shorts, YouTube shorts and stuff. Great collection. Check them out.
Awesome collection.
Joshua's giving the big thumbs up. Yeah, baby. Mike Taylor says, hello, Splash Page Comics. And Ranger Sly says, all good things must come to an end. It's the same with the wildwood weed. I mean, happy trails.
Bombadita, bombadita, bombadita.
There you go. There we go. I ought to get, if I didn't think I'd get a copyright strike, I'd play that as the ending because I like that.
Right.
All right, folks. Thank you so much for being with us again. Like me and Shannon always say, you guys are the most important part of the show. You really are.
Yeah, we love getting everybody's comments and love the back and forth, and love all the info. If we are talking about something and we don't have it or we can't remember it, we know you guys are going to fill in the blank. So we really appreciate you.
And while I didn't do you guys any justice today by having to miss out a lot of them, I apologize. Next week, I promise, I'm going to bring my A game. I will be on the ball next week.
He's going to have his checklist. He's going to be checking it twice.
That's right, man. I can't believe I did that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, all right. Thank you all once again. We'll be here next week, same bat time. Hopefully, same bat channel, and we'll do it all again. We'll show some comics, we'll share some memories, and just have some doggone fun.
Yes, we will. We appreciate everybody.
All right. Take care, everyone. And
have a good Saturday.
Yes, have a great weekend and a great rest of your week. And see ya.